Welcome back to the Animation Creation Podcast, episode 6. 6 God. It's your host with the most, Aaron. Now, you guys might have a couple questions, so I'm going to do my best to answer them. Question 1. Aaron, is that a fresh cut you got? Well, yes, it is. Thank you for noticing, you know what I'm saying? Line up on crispy, you feel me? Aaron, is that a Sabo shirt you got? Oh, yes, it is. Thank you for noticing. My homie actually got it for me when he went to Japan a couple years ago, and I wear it out of spite now because I wish I went to Japan. I've never been to Japan. It's on my bucket list. So you know what I'm saying. So I love it. It's nice as much. Shout out to Jonah. Thank you for hooking your boy up because he knows Sabo is one of my favorite characters from the beginning. Like as soon as he was introduced to the story, he was one of my favorite characters. Aaron, where's Big Dev and Cesario? Now that is a good question. When it comes to Big Dev and Cesario, and actually like a big thing for animation creation is we would have what you would call business differences. Meaning, they had work. Yeah. So, uh, Cesaro was actually supposed to get out kind of earlier, but unfortunately his relief canceled his shift or called off his shift, and they pushed Cesaro back, making him do a double shift. Big Dev, on the other hand, actually, if we know, is a school teacher, and he's actually working on getting students IEPs. If we all know what an IEP is, it's the how would you describe it? It's a document or a title put on to help kids with special needs get through school. It's the most simple way I could put it. There's probably in a formal way of describing what an IEP is. Unfortunately, I'm not into it. Hopefully, I can get you. It's so important as when it comes to an IEP is it could differentiate between a kid getting kicked out of school, looked up as a menace, and actually like Riley in the Boondocks, a public menace, and actually getting into college. Like it's that big of a difference. Like some teachers, when you look at a kid with special needs, and they tend to act out, and you don't realize that they have an IEP and stuff like that, or that they need an IEP or something like that, is you would just kick them out, send them to the principal's office. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Whereas when you get an IEP, you get accommodated for numerous things. For example, you get extra time to handle your assignments. Certain assignments get modded, whereas it would look as it would be unfinished or maybe incomplete even incomplete to some teachers become 100 get full credit, as well as sometimes you could use a calculator during math tests. You can get tutoring. You can get actually I'm sorry, not just tutoring. You get paid tutoring. So the government actually get paid for tutoring for you to get help in students. So it's very important and very uh, underwhelmed, I guess you could say, underappreciated. And now that we're talking about it, it's parents. Like if you feel like your kid may have special needs, go ahead and get them tested. Get them tested to get an IEP. I promise you, it makes a huge difference. And I know what you're thinking. It could be either one or two things. One, you're looking out for them. I don't want my kid to be walking around with an IEP. Now he has this title above his head to let people know like he has special needs and they can make fun of him. Two, you're looking out for yourself and you don't want your friends to know that your kid has special needs or needs help or disability or whatever like that. And when it comes down to it, like parents need to understand there's a difference between disability and stupid. You feel me? Just because you have a disability does not mean that you're dumb. Albert Einstein was dyslexic. And I think he also had ADHD. I think that then and Thomas Edison himself got kicked out of school, and they told his parents told him that he was slow, and that they wouldn't take him to school anymore. And his mom actually ended up self teaching him at homeschool, and becomes one of the most known and most intelligent people to look up to. So I mean, obviously there's outliers and stuff like that, but I promise you, like, you don't have to be Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein to be successful. So there's kids out there that just really truly need hope, and because the parents don't want to get you tested, don't want to like it's a win-win situation. Like if you think about it, like you take the test and they be like, hey, your kid has a learning disability, maybe processing disability. All right, for sure. Now you get this IEP, and bam, now you can help. You can get we can give you the help all you need. Or boom, two. Nah, your kid doesn't have a disability. He's just lazy. Like, all right, now you know to put your, you know what I'm saying, your foot on his butt and like push him forward. Like, nah, man, it's just you, man. You gotta handle your business and stuff like that. And even then, you can still get him tutoring. But it's just, I don't know. I don't want to really dive in too much deeper than this, but because you know what I'm saying, I don't want to just get all preaching and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, so and this on this video, it's just gonna be your boy. You feel me? And I'm kind of excited because now we have a one-on-one type of conversation. Uh, Everything I say is correct. You feel me? I don't have someone interrupting me during my during my speeches and my monologues. And no matter what I say, technically you just have to believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't got nobody to the side of me denying or contradicting what I'm saying. But since it is just me, I'm not gonna get into really any big debatable uh, topics. So I'll just probably talk about stuff that are just interesting. Maybe stuff that usually we might not have time to talk about on the podcast with everybody here, or I just get outvoted. You know what I'm saying? Like we just don't. Maybe that topic just never gets to get picked up. Um, the first thing I want to talk about is Toy Story 4 actually. So at this point of the video, at this point uh, of me making the video, Big Dev has not seen Toy Story 4 as far as I know. So Big Dev, once I edit this video and send it to you, if you want to skip this part, go ahead. I'm going to try my hardest not to spoil much of the movie itself. We just want to talk about it real quick, just for all the people that is like on the fence, like, should I check out Toy Story 4 because Toy Story 3 had such a great ending. Yes. For all the people out there that are wondering, should I, because I'm saying this because I had this film. When I first heard the announcement of Toy Story 4, I was like, why? And for all, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, to put it all out there, I was not a big fan of Toy Story 3. It wasn't terrible, it wasn't trash, it was just whatever to me. It was cool. The ending was the best part. Like everything before, everything from the beginning to the middle was whatever. Like Lotsis was whatever to me. Ken was whatever to me. I chuckled every once in a while, but it was no fire movie. I could barely remember how they even got to the daycare. I barely remember how they even got to Bonnie's house. I understand. I remember it was like some mishap and stuff like that. Attic. They were supposed to go into the attic and they got put in storage or something like that. See, I can't even tell you. I remember the ending. The ending was sad and it was the perfect ending to that type of franchise. So going into Toy Story 4, I said, why are you making Toy Story 4? This is just a money grab. Like, why would you create another Toy Story? So don't make this one of those Fast and Furious things. Don't make this one of those, you know, what was the other one? I was going to say Star Wars, but I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to I already know I'm about to get all those Star Wars stands on my neck, you know what I'm saying, for saying stuff like that. But I'm saying, don't just make it a money grab. Don't just come out here like, oh, okay, we're just going to change the story completely. Bring a whole, what if they brought out a whole new characters? Like, what if it was like, yeah, Woody and Buzz, you know what I'm saying? This is the new Avengers, you feel me? This is the new toys. So I was really nervous going in. And then a couple weeks before it came out, I heard that it got a 98, 99 on Rotten Tomatoes. And the last 98, 99 on Rotten Tomatoes was Get Out, which was a phenomenal movie. So I started getting a little more interested. I was going to see it either way because I'm a huge Toy Story fan. So I was like, either way, I'm going to go see it. I just didn't know what was my expectations going to look when I go in there. When I went in to see X-Men Dark Phoenix, I had no expectations. Actually, I think I might have below expectations. Like after Apocalypse, I was like, let me just check it out because I'm an X-Men fan. Or let me just check it out because it's another Marvel movie. Let me check it out because Disney owns Marvel now. Let me see how are they on the rise now? Which I actually thought Dark Phoenix was solid. So to say all this, I say all that to say, Toy Story 4 was a phenomenal movie, and I was saying this when I first ended, and I was trying to tell myself maybe I'm just a prisoner of the moment. But now that it's been like a week removed, I could still say that Toy Story 4 might be the best one out of the whole franchise. Toy Story 4 really came in as if it was its standalone movie. Now, let me be clear when I say this. Toy Story 4, if you take Toy Story 4 out the franchise and just made that the first and only Toy Story, or whatever, made its own different movie, it would not be a 98, 99, a 10 out of 10, a 9 out of 10. It would be a 7, 8 out of 10. The main reason it's such a phenomenal movie is because you get the connection between the first Toy Stories, the Woodies, the Buzz, the Jessies, the Bo Peep, the Bonnie's toys. You know what I'm saying? You know who Bonnie is now, so you're like, okay. You know what I'm saying? It'd be different, like, all right, who's Bonnie? And you know what I'm saying? If we never knew who Andy was and we just met Bonnie, we'd just be like, all right, Bonnie's just Bonnie. You feel me? So it's different. But putting it into the franchise with itself, making Toy Story 4 the new ending, I guess, it's a solid 9.5, 9.6 out of 10. It's a phenomenal movie, and I say that because it differentiates. I feel like it differentiated itself between the other Toy Story movies, where I felt like Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, and not as much Toy Story 3 because Toy Story 3 was the ending, but Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2 felt like it was an animated movie. It felt like it was focused for kids. The movie you're going in like you feel like as if there's no danger. Like I wouldn't take it as a serious movie. Like you don't like not like John Wick or something like that, but like just a movie where you was like, oh, something could actually go down, like something actually happened. You could actually lose a character. You know what I'm saying? I never felt like that. You never feel like that in Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2. You're just here just enjoying the show. It's a funny show, comedy. Buzz got his arm taken off. Oh my God, that dude couldn't fly to the window. This dude, you are a toy. It's funny, you know what I'm saying? Like you laughing, you're mocking me, aren't you? You know what I'm saying? You can quote it and everything, but you never like felt like danger. You never felt like, oh, something could really happen. Like even in Toy Story 2, if you remember in Toy Story 2, Squeaky, the penguin that was on top of the shelf, he got knocked down. He got knocked out. The mom took him to the yard sale, and then Woody went on the rescue mission to get him, and you know what I'm saying? And like in 2 minutes he got him back, and Woody accidentally Woody got taken by Owl's toy farm. Owl's toy farm. The whole movie, you're like, all right, they gonna get him. Like they gonna get Squeaky back. They gonna get Woody back. He gonna get his arm back. You feel me? You feel like that throughout the whole movie. Shoot, if I could be honest, even in Toy Story 3, when that scene where they're holding hands and they're going to the furnace, I'm like, they not about to burn these toys. Because I feel like that, you know what I'm saying? It's a Disney movie. And I know people in the comments below, what you talking about, man? You got Up, you got Lion King, you got Jungle Book, you got Tarzan. Things happen in Disney movies. Tarzan's Disney, right? You know what I'm saying? Kings can go down, characters go down in Disney movies. I'm saying, but I don't feel like that in Cars. I didn't feel like that. I was gonna say Moana, but I've never seen Moana. But I don't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? In The Incredibles, it's an animated movie. I feel like okay, if anything, it's gonna come out in the end. Well, I can from the first scene of Toy Story 4, from the first 5 minutes, they got me by the heartstrings. From the first 5 minutes, you almost feel like these aren't even toys anymore. You feel like these are actual characters. Like the voice acting characters kind of become the actual characters to me. I'm like, oh, like, dang, Tim Allen really about to talk to her. Oh, dang, that's really about to go down. Oh, snap, they really put them in the box. Oh, snap, these toys are really lost toys and you're really broken now. So I'm going through the movie and I'm like feeling an actual like sentimental value and empathy for these characters, these toys that I never thought I would feel. And the beginning is already pulling at your heartstrings and the ending pulls at your heartstrings. And the fact that you already make me feel some type of way, I'm giving you extra points. To correlate to that the story actually itself they expand the world of Toy Story. In Toy Story 1, even though you get the world expanded of you see them falling out the Andy's house and they go into Pizza Planet and then they go to Sid. I don't know where Pizza Planet really is, but it feels like everything is linear. Everything is done on one street. Like Pizza Planet could be down the street from Andy's house and I wouldn't even know. Same with Toy Story 2. Remember when Al from Al's Toy Farm was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I gotta go all the way to work. They got me messed up." And then he got out the driveway and then pulled right into the driveway of the toy, like it was literally across the street. That's how I felt in all the other Toy Story, even Toy Story 3. Cause since you see them carrying like a box or in a bag and stuff like that, you don't really feel like the world is open. You feel like, but I mean that might be the mentality of what a toy looks like. Every room is just like a different, like each house could be down the street. Bonnie's house could be could be next door neighbor to Andy's house, and I wouldn't even know it. I'd just be like, oh, they moved. But when it comes to Toy Story 4, they actually expand the world where you see carnivals, festivals, different different cities. Like literally, Woody and Forky go on a walk down like 5 miles. Like even though you don't watch the 5 miles, you hear like, yeah, we got 5 miles to the next rest stop. Like they're hitting rest stops, they stop in the hidden hotels. You really feel like you're going on a journey in this movie. So you feel like the world is expanding. Like think about it in the toys mentality. You're like, wow, like low key, I've been in Bonnie's closet the whole week. Now all of a sudden, like I'm out here in Fontana. It wasn't Fontana, but you know what I'm saying. And then when it comes to that, obviously now that your world is expanded, the comedy in this movie. I don't know what's going on with Disney. Disney be stepping their game up lately. I don't know. Like this movie was so amazing. It actually makes me excited for the Lion King live action movie, if that makes sense. Just to see like, dang Disney, like you deserve this monopoly. We all know Disney is having a monopoly. Like they're taking over everything, like Fox, Marvel, Star Wars. We already know they're taking over everything. Like you kind of like, I'm kind of like. You know what I'm saying? Like it's bittersweet to me. Like I'm like, oh my God, one company shouldn't own everything, and at the same time I'm like, but they do a phenomenal job. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if at some point, watch me get, you know what I'm saying? This is how I'm gonna get canceled. If someone told me like, hey, just to let you know, Disney, the top of Disney is an evil genius, and he's trying to take over the minds of all youths, and you know what I'm saying, brainwash them to delete all Netflix and only buy Disney platforms, I'd be like, cool. Their movies are great. Like everything they do is just hit. It's just hit. If you make 5 movies and 3 are hits, yo, take my money. You feel me? I'm cool with the other 2. I'll live with those. You know what I'm saying? I'll take two trash movies or 2 whatever movies for a hit. You feel me? Like when it comes to Marvel, which is still Disney, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? You can make an Ant-Man and Wasp. If you're gonna give me, I'm not gonna go to Endgame. If you're gonna give me Infinity War, you give me Infinity War. True, I'm not gonna go that high. If you give me a Civil War, you can go ahead and make an Ant-Man and Wasp. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping. So the movie was great. And I thought the same thing. When it comes to it, it was so good that I say this to everybody. It's basically at a win-win position right now. I say this meaning, if Toy Story 4 was the last Toy Story in the franchise, I'd be cool with it. If they decide to make a Toy Story 5, I'd be cool with it. I would, hey, honestly, they would get my money so quickly. I would be like, I'm not even a first date type of person. I'm not a person who goes on like the first date, like you know how like